Hello everybody, E here. Welcome back to another short story review. Once again, I want to announce that starting in November, the first week in November, every Thursday for a while, is going to be a new review and a new Stephen King theorist video. Every single Thursday, I'm going to be covering all of Night Shift, all the way through until you like it darker. No, I will not be doing the novellas. I will have a separate series for that one, and so you don't expect different seasons, that kind of thing. I'm doing Night Shift, Skeleton Crew, Everything's Eventual, all those, all the way up to you like it darker. Every Thursday, 2 videos. Look forward to that. I already have all of November filmed and half of December, so you'll at least get those, okay? Alright, today we are talking about Night and Day in Misery by Catriona Ward. I didn't care much for this story. I have been reading reviews. I have been looking at other people, especially women who have reviewed it. And did I miss the point? Probably. I know from what I gather from them, this is about the eventuality of a bad relationship. If you do not get out of a relationship with an abusive man, this is the eventuality. Also, it's about closure. Also, it's about people seem to think it's about a lot of things. With me, it didn't really work for me. I don't mind a sad story, but I truly did not see the point, and maybe that's because I got the dude brain. I don't know. The story is about a woman who is planning. It's never stated, but she's planning to end her life because some time ago her husband took her son and drove them into a lake, Susan Smith style. And she might be haunted in the hotel. She might not be. It's one of those stories. I didn't enjoy anything about this story. Not even in a. Sometimes I can deal with recreational sadness. Like A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. I even liked The Last House on Needless Street, which had a lot of very dark elements to it. Also by Ward. I have not read anything else by her. I have all of her books. I have Sundial, I have Little Eve, I have all the Looking Glass Sound. I have all those books, but I have not read anything past The Last House on Needless Street. This story is a miss for me, and I'm not entirely sure why, so this is going to be a rather short story. Also, I picked this one up hoping for a horror story because it was in a collection of other horror short stories, and it, once again, it didn't do anything for me. The writing is fine. Everything is fine. The portrayal of grief is good. But at the end of it, I was just... It was forgettable. I can't remember any of the characters' names. The way Ward writes is kind of disjointed. Like, you don't know... And I usually like this kind of thing, like in The Grip of It by Jack Jemps, where you don't really know if there's spooky stuff going on, if there's supernatural stuff going on, or if it's just the person's mental illness. I love those tropes, but this one did nothing for me. I know I've said that numerous times, but I wasn't going to review this one at all, but I wanted to give you guys a heads up. If you wanted to grab it, it is free on Prime. I'll leave a link down there in the doobly-doo. So if you have Prime, you can read it for free. I know it's not free. You have to pay for Prime, thus you're paying for this, just like movies on Netflix aren't free. But with this one, I'm trying, I tried, and I'm still trying to find something good to say about it. And the only good thing I can say about it is that it's well written. You don't really get too much from the characters other than the one note of grief. And I can understand possibly saying that when you're grieving, it is kind of one note, but not really, because there's many stages of grief. I did not note that the main character went through every one, because you come into her life right around the time that, well, not right around the time, at the time that she's planning to take her life, and it kind of seemed like Ward was trying to keep that secret, like it was supposed to be a twist, but right off the bat, you know exactly what this character is planning to do. Right off the bat. She's saying goodbye to people, she's calling her sister, all this stuff. I did kind of like the interaction between. I do remember Dina. I don't remember the main character's name. I don't remember the kid's name. I don't remember the father's name. Any of that stuff. And I also don't know. And here's where another part of bias might come in. I was expecting there to be a twist, because in The Last House on Needless Street there is a twist to that book. In this one, I was expecting the same kind of thing. I was expecting maybe that the father hadn't really done what he did. I was expecting it to have been someone else, because there's one point in the time where all she can hear on the other side of the line is ice tinkling in a glass. It felt like Ward was building up to a twist ending, and no, it's just what it is the entire time. I can't stand stories that I can see the whole thing right off the bat. Some of the surreal aspects were rather cool. The way she kept waking up in different places, so on and so forth. Some of the surreal aspects did work for me, but for the most part, it was a miss. The main thing is the characters, man. I gotta have a reason to care, and I didn't have a reason to care. And I can't stand stories where especially the female characters are one note, and this one was one note. You know what she's going to do. There's no stopping her. She's cutting everybody off. Where's the suspense? Where's the thriller aspect? Where's the horror? Where's any of that stuff here? Again, could possibly have dude brain, so you ladies out there, you want to tell me how terrible I am for not understanding it, please do so down there in the doobly-doo. But for the rest of you guys, if you've read this, let me know what you think of it. I have a really good friend named Acidian over on Goodreads who absolutely loved this story. So maybe I'm just missing the point. Let me know what you thought of it down there in the doobly-doo. And if you haven't checked it out, definitely click the link down there and go check it out. Like I said, it's free on Prime. I think it's $1.99. If not, it's a 35-page short story. It's a little much, but they're trying to push Prime, so that they don't want you to buy it. They want you to rent it. But anyways, until next time, I have been E, you have been you. This has been another short story review. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye!